This is Darren Reese with the Tennessee Golf Association, and I'm joined this evening with Billy Brown, who, among other things, is the founder of the Golf Sanctuary located in Brentwood. Billy, first of all, thank you for joining us, and of course, the Golf Sanctuary is going to be the official social media sponsor of this week's Tennessee Amateur Championship out of Hillwood. So, welcome. We're excited to partner with you, and I guess just first off, give everybody kind of a brief description of what the Golf Sanctuary is.
Yeah, well, thanks, Darren. Thanks for connecting with us on this day. So excited about this coming week. Wish I was playing in it, but I think my time as a competitor has passed, and now it's time as a role to be able to provide a facility like this. And kind of like in a great song out there, this idea has been around. It's actually been done in a few other cities, but not quite the way we're going to do it. We just feel like we chose to birth this idea here in Nashville, where we have a facility in the heart of Maryland Farms with that we can actually fit four full-size TrackMan simulators, along with a social space and a putting green. We're actually looking into Putt View, see if that will fit there, and just really max this thing out. So it is going to be a state-of-the-art facility. Reason we did it basically was, because of me. It's my own little baby for what I want to do. As a dad and a busy business owner, you just don't have time to go play golf anymore. And when you do, you're kind of dependent on the weather and the tee sheet. And I mean, look what happened on Friday. We had time to go play, and all of a sudden downpour. All of a sudden the driving range and everything else is closed, so you don't have time to go practice. So this is an opportunity to be able to, for those of us that still want to keep their game sharp, be able to use the technology that's out there. As a business person, I can't tell you how many times I get called up to be able to go play golf or whatever. It's like, I just don't have time. And I don't want to take them. I remember Nashville Golf. Like, I'm not going to take them to Nashville Golf and just beat them up. That's going to actually ruin the opportunity to try to close the deal. So, it's not ideal. And then if I get invited to one more lunch, I might bang my head against the wall. So we need a place where we can actually entertain clients that wasn't Top Golf or hockey. I mean, now the shutdown, you don't have much of a place to go do anything. Mm-hmm. And then finally, this is going to be a place that's family oriented. So it's not going to be a bar that's inside. I mean, bring drinks and all that, but you can definitely feel comfortable bringing your young kids and spouse and be able to enjoy something together side by side. So it's going to be cool. It's we're working with Lance Vinson. He's consulted on a bunch of these things across the United States, and man, he's actually giddy about this. So if he's giddy about it, I know we're on the right track.
So for those that don't know you grew up in Oklahoma, quite an accomplished amateur golfer yourself. How long have you been in the Nashville area?
I moved out here in 2003. Okay. My playing days were over. Like most, wannabe professional golfers, the money ran out, and then the dream was still alive, and just the reality crushed you. So I basically packed up, moved to Nashville. Just trying to find myself. And that was 17 years ago. And I spent some money on some mini tour stuff, and it's a great experience. Lots of great stories. Wouldn't trade it for the world, But I did. Was on the team at Oklahoma State back in the day, back in the early '90s, and won a few state amateur titles in Oklahoma, and just played a little bit around here. Still, it used to be until the kid happened. Still try to play some of your guys' event, and when the kid comes, golf game goes, as we all know, man.
Yeah. So just looking at your signature on your emails, you do a lot of stuff. Just kind of give everybody a bio about yourself.
Yeah, so my day job is not my day job, but kind of wear two hats. I mean, this is my passion. I've always wanted to bring this idea to fruition here in Nashville, and we've been working on it basically for 4 years, and timing was never right. And then we thought it was right, and then COVID happened. So this is either the stupidest thing in the world to do, or it's the perfect timing. We're about to find out. But the other job I have is actually facilitate commercial loans for real estate investors. We're on many podcasts. I'm the contributor and sponsor of one of the most top downloaded podcasts out there in real estate called the Real Estate Guys Radio Program. And we also syndicate real estate investment as well, and just do a lot of cool stuff. It's fun, but it's not. I just need something else to do. I don't know why, but I just feel like this is something we need to bring in the marketplace.
So as far as the golf sanctuary, like you said, it's not open yet. I guess you anticipate a fall opening in Brentwood.
Right now we're doing making everyone aware that it is coming.
Mm-hmm.
If everything goes well, we're actually start having the ability for people to reserve their memberships. This is going to be exclusive. One thing we didn't want to do is basically open something up, and like everywhere now, most of the courses are full and they're actually overbooked, so it's hard to get a tee time. Nashville golf, man, it's insane.
We hear that about every course we've been to this summer. Everybody's been getting out and playing golf during the pandemic. So
and it's great. I mean, it's great for the green grass facilities. I mean, we're not trying to replace them. I mean, God only knows that it's golf is supposed to be a good walk spoiled. So we're trying to do that. But we have 200 members. That way, you give plenty of room to be able to use it. Right now, we're tracking it 8 hours a month, which is basically playing one time a week. 18 holes you can get in pretty easily in 2 hours. If it's just you can get out there, basically 8 times in an hour and get really good sessions in there. But we're opening we're targeting early November opening, hopefully around the Masters. So that's what we're doing. We've got, like I said, we got 4 full-size bays. One is actually have what we call like a lounge area with it, so you can have more. The one here at the bottom right, you guys see, I have more of a kind of meeting space in there, so you can bring in family, watch the game, bring in clients to eat out something. Formal. The interiors are standard bay, and then the top one right in the middle. We anticipate this is the social bay, which is going to be, we kind of got the wrong image up there, but where those desks are is actually going to be the putting green. We're going to actually have a half wall in there. So I call that that's where the player's going to walk in. You're going to see Darren and Billy playing, and you're going to walk in and start talking trash and start, needling. And then there's going to be some putting on the side there, and there may be putting for a few coins. So it's going to be fun. It's what boys and girls do. They're competitive golfers.
So kind of go back and talk about a little bit how the idea for this came about and how long you've kind of been boiling on it in your mind, and just kind of what it took to finally get it in motion for you.
It's been 4 years. I mean, for me, I'm not a big drinker, so I don't want to go to the bar. See, Top Golf is fantastic for the game. It brings in people that are not golfers, exposes to them, but for the golfers that are already golfers, you want to have a little more serious time, but also I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of not say antisocial, but I'm an introvert. We want to have our alone time, and the idea of story came to my mind. Every time something happened, and family stuff or business stuff, that the reality time, it just it sinks you because that time is compressed. You don't have as much time to practice as I used to. So, and I believe everybody that is my age and has kids and responsibilities in business faces those same struggles, and there's just nothing out there. Most of the time, this technology has been around. You got to go through a teacher or your club to go. It's just not. It's not applicable to what you're trying to do. We just need to stand alone, and then from there is the business modeling. How do we model this thing to be able to be profitable? That's what it's about. We don't want to be create this thing and then lose money. We want to be able to profitable so we can bring in very, very cool stuff. We're connected with a lot of great business leaders and coaches and performance coaches and golfers, and just very, very cool things we actually can bring into this and expose our members to. And just super excited this is actually finally happening.
So kind of talk about who's joined you on this journey. I'm sure you weren't able to do it all by yourself. So just kind of talk about who's helped you along the way and helped you get to this point.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of help. My wife, one of the first ones, she's pushed me and prodded me on this thing, and I've always wanted a basically a TrackMan cave for my house, and she goes, "Well, you're a syndicator. Go syndicate one." And she challenged me to basically go create a business out of it, and it's been mulling in my head for many years. Lance Vincent, obviously the PGA Tour TrackMan rep, he's actually in the neighborhood. I mean, I've been hammering him for 4 years on this, and how do we do this? What's working? What's not working? And it's like, we just couldn't find the right model and the right timing to be able to do it. And then actually through Lance, Jeremy Bowles is actually going to be on board with us. So he had a similar vision, and we're just decided to partner together. He got the same idea, like he's got young kids and wants to bring them in and be able to expose them to the game. But you don't have 5 hours. You don't have time to go down the range and then find it's closed, or you get down there and it's course is full. So we partnered together on that, and then we'll probably bring in 1 or 2 more other investors to be able to help facilitate the liquidity to get this thing up and running. But it's going to be killer. I actually got a lot of people that are wanting to be part of it and work there in some form of capacity. We just haven't got to that point yet of what we need for roles, but my Rolodex is filling up with folks.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess virtual golf and stuff like that's coming the craze here lately. I mean, I talked to you last week. I mean, I guess you see things like the Top Golf suites and stuff like that, but this is something totally different. I mean, this is geared more toward your serious golfers and those that are really, I mean, I guess as far as the game goes, they just take it more serious. I mean, just kind of expand on that and who you're kind of gearing this toward.
Yeah, it's it's not for those that don't understand the game. I mean, these things are fantastic as far as your feedback for golf. Those that are in golf know about TrackMan. It's just a kind of a layup as far as like, hey, those that are competitive players either have it, like the college players have it with their college, or some high schools now are having it. And now a lot of them made the juniors actually put in their own home. It's a great investment if you have the space and money. I mean, these things you have to have a certain space to be able to put these in. I don't really think it's just for the great players, although it's exactly what I want. I want to be able to prove my game, but more efficiently. I don't have 3 hours to go practice. I want to be able to get my feedback in an hour or so, which it's been able to do because we bought one and it's been pretty cool. But yeah, our target audience is basically three types of people. One is the serious golfer, because we are going to have competitions. Mm-hmm. European PGA Tour played like 5 BMW championships live with the European guys playing from home on all their rotation of courses, and it worked out great. We're seeing what esports is doing. The shutdown, which all sorts of weird stuff was popping up on ESPN as far as just being able to get eyeballs out there for sports. I mean, virtual race car driving, virtual whatever it is there, but it's on controls. It's not about, you don't see, this is very unique because it's the athlete. The athlete is still in control, and where it's going is going to get even better. This is, keep in mind, we just got TrackMan 4 out, 4. So it's going to be much, much better. I think what's going to happen in 10 years. We already have the platforms among these commercial facilities to go play competitions, obviously inside the membership, but also externally, no matter where these people are. So Iceland, Africa, Russia, China, we can all play against each other, and that's very, very cool on real golf courses. The unique thing about TrackMan is, especially for Tennessee, we actually have 4 courses that are already on TrackMan available. I think Golf Club is not available, but we have connections to be able to get it. That's very, very unique for any kind of state. Competition is really a competitive golf for a golfer. That's what we see. We see that in that direction, and we want to be in the forefront of that. So specific to the audience be watching this is, I see competitions. I see guys that couldn't go play in the state am because they're in Knoxville and can't get away for a week, that we can have our own, hopefully sanctioned Tennessee Golf Association e-tournament to play. But the other two clients that we see are just, the business leaders that just love the game. You don't have 5 or 6 hours to go play a scramble with somebody. You can't wait to whatever is going to happen. It's like, but you need to get in front of somebody in a side-by-side environment, which is going to build more trust. And, with hockey shut down, with all these other sports being shut down, you need something, but you also don't want to go sweat, what off, this time of year. So this controlled environment, in and out, an hour and a half, very private. You can have in-depth conversations that are powerful, that are intentional, enjoy the game. And then, you're done, go back to your work day. And you don't have to feel like you're wasting an entire day, not wasting, playing golf, but, playing a 6-hour round, to be able to go, get your deal or develop that relationship. You can do it much more efficiently. And of course, the families, you're always looking for something to go side by side, and kids are into all these electronic video games now, but dad's not going to go play whatever it is right now, Call of Duty or whatever's cool. You got the TVs up there, you go watch the game, you go side by side, maybe the kids get hooked on it. You're not out there all day. You're out there for an hour, and it's mom can be there, dad can be there, the kids can be there, and we're not going to charge any extra for guests or other family members. It's all included. So if you got an active family, this is ideal, because it's when this thing's open at 7:30 at night on a Sunday, you can go in there, just book your time. And it's Christmas Eve, and you want to go do something with the family, and you can, there's a bay open, go for it. It's open 24/7.
So talk about the decision to kind of go strictly membership based, and what membership gets you.
Yeah. So we, playing with the ideas, we wanted to have, especially for Brentwood and our location, our target market, we want to have somebody that they maybe already a member of the club, appreciates the game, and kind of knows, not that just the membership gets you is just the access to the course, but it's access to the other like-minded people out there as business leaders. And our goal, truly, putting on my business leader hat, is a true return on investment. Not only in your golf game, because your handicap will drop. I mean, if you're just in here any amount of time, if you use even half your time per month, you're going to save 4, 5, 6 shots around just by being in there, just by seeing the feedback that's on the technology. But also in return on your investment as far as your net worth. And that can be your social net worth as well. Be able to connect with those right people that's going to grow you and your business. And we're going to bring in those people. The contest I'm running to be, what I'm calling the founding member, is, we're going to give away basically custom Callaway driver and 3-wood. Some very cool stuff as far as the founding members, some swag, and some 12 months no monthly dues. But one of the cool things that's going to happen is my friend is a top 50 or a Fortune 50 CEO coach, leadership, and especially under stress. That's what these Fortune 50 CEO coaches do. And he's going to give away, he's going to contribute 3 hours. So this founding member is actually 3 hours. And when this thing opens up, we're going to probably fly him in and fly others in that are in golf, in business, to be able to add value to folks, because they've added value to me. So you get return on your investment. That's what we're looking for.
So as far as the membership is, if you're a member, you're allowed to bring a certain number of guests, or how does that work as far as your membership?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, because now the technology is on our phone. So, it's just, you book a time, and then, as long as the member are there, you can bring up to 3 guests for free.
Nice.
They can be family members. We got the what if situation. Well, what if dad works and mom's there? Can she bring the kids? Yeah, we're going to work with that. But yeah, there's no guest fees. Right now we don't have, it's not gonna be a bar setting, so there's gonna be food there, but we have relationships with other restaurants around. I mean, it's in Maryland Farms, because there's plenty of food around. There's no upcharge there, just bring in your own food, and if you need us to go grab something, or as long as it's close, we can go do it, and they can Grubhub and all that now, just have it delivered. We just put it in your bay ready for you, set it up. There's a wet bar there for adult beverages if you want to bring your own stuff. go right ahead.
Yeah.
Just be responsible.
I
We're
mean,
golfers.
I thought the cool thing was that it is open 24/7. So I
Yeah.
mean, if you woke up at 3 a.m., got the urge to play St. Andrews, like you just talk about that decision to keep it open 24 hours a day.
Well, I mean, it's just based on us. I mean, there's people out there that, busier than I am that, they don't have a whole lot of time. And, with all those extracurricular activities with the kids, you may only have 10 o'clock at night, 10 to 11, where you can go do something with your family. As odd as that sounds, what are you going to do from 10 to 11? Get on your phone, check Facebook and all that. Or you can go, hey, son, let's go down the track, man. Go golf sanctuary and go play wherever. Go play St. Andrews. Let's go do the contest, capture the flag. We go bet you your inheritance so you can't beat me. So it's just accommodating to business professionals that are just so busy right now, and you need to be able to go access it 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 2 a.m. And let's face it, we got a bunch of musicians around, so those guys don't
Yeah.
clock out till 2 a.m. and they're charged up, ready to go for a couple of hours. Like, hey, come on, just don't be too rowdy. But here it is. Bring your guys in, write some songs. I'd love to have a song about the golf sanctuary.
So you did
Vince,
mention
if you're
that.
listening, Vince, Amy.
Yeah, there you go. We see a lot of Vince. He enjoys a round of golf or two. So,
Yeah, he does. Yeah, so I'll try to get.
so you did mention that there are 4 courses in Tennessee that are
Yep.
currently on the TrackMan program. One of them, of course, is Hillwood, where we will be this week
Yes.
for the Tennessee Am. Just talk about that a little bit. I saw you posting something about it on your Facebook page yesterday or day before.
What I love about this, and this is goes back to, I'm good. I'm glad you get the images there. It just it blows my mind. I'm such a, not say technology geek. I actually hate technology, but this as a golfer is amazing. I mean, I can't imagine if I had this. I won 3 state amateurs in Oklahoma, and just because I knew the golf courses, you play kind of the same ones, you know them like the back of your hand. But this, you can actually play the course, and you can look at the weather, and you can dial up the wind conditions, and you can dial up the the temperature. You can dial up the firmness of the greens. You can dial up day or evening, and go play it. And actually can. I don't know how to do this yet. I'm still like working the technology stuff. But Lance is basically shown me you can actually dial into the pressure. So when you get a little adrenaline flow, there's a way to kind of tweak it so the ball actually carries that extra 1 or 2 or 3%.
Okay.
Which we all get a little geeked up when the pressure's on. But I mean, imagine already playing the round or having that trouble shot on whatever that par 5 is. You've got a birdie. 17 is a par 5. Is that right? I mean, that's crucial. You got a birdie 17. You want to win this thing, and just be able to play that over and over and over. So you know before you step up, like there it is. You've hit it 100 times. You hit the drive 100 times. You hit the second shot 100 times. That's 18. And I put it on there, based on the weather forecast for Friday. About this time, you're going to have southwest winds about 6 miles an hour. So you get in the fairway. This is your shot right here. You're going to have in. So it's just so cool.
What are the other courses in Tennessee that are currently on the TrackMan?
Troubadour, Sweden's Cove.
Okay.
And then obviously Golf Club has theirs, but it's not it's not public access. You just gotta know somebody that allows you to flip it on, flip it off. But that's what we're hoping to do, is be able to do that. I don't know of any other states that have as many courses as we do on the simulator. And my hope is, I'll put it out there right now, is like I would love to have, because you guys play basically a lot of the same courses. Like it'd be kind of cool to have all the courses you guys play on here. That'd be fantastic, because then you go, well, now you go practice anytime you want to.
So talk about the TrackMan. I mean, of course, it started out as something that people just use for lessons and club fittings and things like that, and it's evolved into what you're trying to do. Just kind of talk about the evolution of TrackMan.
Well, yeah, what's it been? 14 years, 10 years? And Lance is gonna get it wrong. I'm not a TrackMan guy. I know the history of it, but I know it's been around quite a long time. As soon as I saw it, I was just in love, going, oh my gosh, this is cool,
Mm-hmm.
because the efficiency of what you can do for practice, just what you need. And I thought just like the carries, I thought the shot shapes, be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And now, because it's such a community, the learning that's within it and their feedback to corporate, and they keep on making it better and better and better. I mean, the technology is so good now. I mean, Major League Baseball is going to be using it for balls and strikes. That's how cool it is. And then you got soccer and you've got other baseball aspects of it. But the simulation for competition is fun. I saw a similar type of technology up in Wisconsin, where my wife's from, and up at Kohler, and they had a studio up there, and we're just dinking around at Christmas and got to know the guy, and shooting the what, and played. I don't know, some course in South Carolina. It's like, okay, that's pretty cool. You get $500, you can go play it. That's cool. I'm a good enough player. I'm not going to get intimidated.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. But then he flipped it on a make believe golf course and went, oh my God, you got to be kidding me! I can go play in like Machu Picchu, and I can go play with like dragons flying around. That got me excited, because you don't practice that. Like, what, you had a 75-yard carry that's a 70-degree slope on top of a Machu Picchu. Like, that gets your brain working. Like, what kind of shot do you hit there? And then it's evolved into this where, we bought one for the house here to be able to go show people the coolness of it. My neighbor, talk about community, instead of us sitting in our own houses, like I call them over, hey, we're going to go play Memorial, Jack's place. And we dialed it up where it was stormy and like windy as hell and hard fairways, and like blowing like 35 miles an hour. Just like, let's just see what happens, and see hit a good shot and watch the ball go this way and this way and this way. Like,
but it seems like that's kind of how, golf is like, that stuff's becoming more popular. I mean, there was a study, I guess, a year or two ago. There's as many people play golf in these type of facilities, the Top Golfs and the facilities like yours. I mean, as many people play in those now as they do in a physical golf course. I mean, just talk about the popularity of things like what you're doing here, and just kind of how that's worked its way into the world of golf.
Well, it was kind of thought as arcadey, like you go to the arcade and play like Pac-Man or something like that. But the technology, as you can see, is unreal. It shows a few other folks, and they're like, is that actually a photo? It's like, no, that's the image. So the ability actually to play real golf courses and get that feeling, as well as everything else, people are starting to accept better. And you don't necessarily need a teacher. You should have a teacher, but you don't necessarily need a teacher to go do this. Obviously, teachers have the ability to go, make money off of it, so justify the 50, 60K to go put one of these things in. But now we've got your own, and we've got it before we set up. If you've got a teacher, he has a student that's here, like, we're not going to charge the teacher to be able to go give a lesson. Like, we want that relationship going, hey, come on in, teach your guys, as long as it's their time. Don't live here, but it's here for you.
Mm-hmm.
We want to make our members better. But this has been popular up in the Northeast for quite a while because of space. I mean, the guys in New York and Chicago and all that, it's an hour and a half, 2 hour drive to go play a golf course, and they're only open 4 months a year, and it's an all day deal. Well, you're thinking, well, it's Nashville, it's the South. We got great weather most of the year. Well, look what's happening to traffic. Look what's happening to the golf courses. Almost all the golf courses are full. The land is much more valuable right now than golf courses. And many courses could sell right now for a lot of money and make more money as a real estate play than they could as a golf course. Mm-hmm. So, the time people go do it, I mean, used to think like going out to Greystone was like an hour. It's an hour drive, hour and 15-minute drive. It's like, that's not a big deal anymore, because you can go play. You get to Nashville Golf. It's like, I need to schedule 5-6 days in advance to go get a tee time. And it's just frustrating. So it's good for the game. It's good for the courses. But at the same time, we're like, man, it's just, you need something to go scratch the itch. And especially if you're a good golfer, it's like, I don't need 2 hours. I don't need 4 hours out there, but you feel like you have to if you get a time, because it's so valuable. Here it's an hour. You know, you can get more done in an hour in the simulator than you can, 2 or 3 hours at the course. So it's unbelievable.
So has the pandemic and virus, has that changed or influenced any part of this process for you and your business? Or
Man, that's a great question. It's still unfolding. Um, you don't know what's going to happen. You're just going to plan for it. We're just kind of thinking about this as just for logistics. You have a tea time. You're not going to have all 4 bays at 1 o'clock and all 4 bays turn over at 2 o'clock. It's like, well, let's just do them like 15 minutes. That way you got 4 people in, 4 people out at max. So that limits the traffic flow right there. And you're also walled off except for the one social simulator there with the putting green. Like, for the most part, you're contained. So if you want to be around somebody, great. I think we'll be fine there. I think we're not gonna change green grass. I mean, it's today was awesome. It's a beautiful day out. It's like it's low 80s in July, no wind. Like, you need to be on the golf course if you can, and that's where we were. But if you can't be out there, if you don't have the time, you have an option.
yeah. So when I talked to you last week, you said you're already in the process of looking at a second location. So
Yep.
I take it that the interest from this initial one has been either met or exceeded your expectations.
We're getting out there. Like I said, it's to kind of give the music terms. When you hear a good song, like, oh my gosh, that it strikes a chord with you.
Mm-hmm.
This concept is not new. If you're a golfer, you've already thought about this concept, for the last 5 years to be able to do it. But no one's put one in yet. So there's enough people out there that can appreciate this, that their demand is going to be there for the second location. Our hope is obviously we're going to learn from the first one. We're not going to get too far out of our skis. You can do the second one too early, but we want to see what works, what doesn't work before we open the other one. But you also, already see some needs out there, and hopefully this is something we can work together on, because I see in my mind, I see instead of 4 bays, 5, 4 for the members and the 5th one for juniors and their families, and then also something we can rent out on the weekends. So there's a growth game. Golf doesn't really have much of a feeder system, where the Olympic sports do, and obviously golf's now an Olympic sport, but there's nothing out there to go feed these great players out there, like in a more organized way. So it's like, let's try to create something here in Tennessee. There's a bunch of great athletes. Let's go do that. But first location, you got to do the first one first. You got to do it right. We're going to go ahead and get reservations for 200 members. And then that'll be a lottery, but we're going to have the first 50, cut off the first 50, be able to join. And then we're going to limit those guys 25 the first month, and then add the second to 25 after that, so we can see how this thing works. Obviously, the first 50, the true founding members get extra time to be able to in essence break it. That's what you do for any business, is you want to, like, we're working this thing be broken, and let's go fix it. But
so are there still spots in that initial 50 available? And if for somebody that's interested, how would they go about getting more information?
Yeah, so right now we've got a very informal system. Just go to the mygolfsanctuary.com. Be sure your name's on the list, and then we're going to send out probably an email this week, end of the week, to be able to share the pricing, and then have a link to be able to reserve your spot, be one of the first 200. And then from there, it's we're in November, so we're not going to be taking any cash or any kind of monetary compensation probably till October. So just, it's a I wish we had one of these things up. Hopefully the next one, I would love to have some kind of playoff for like the 50th guy to be able to get in, to be able to get that extra time. There's just so many fun things we can do with this. I mean, as a competitive golfer, little course, we used to do little course a long time ago when it wasn't so full. Your grudge matches, late in the evening, and get the good players, and you're talking crap, and you're just like, you're kneeling each other, and you're hitting great golf shots, you're having fun. I see this on Friday nights. with family, and I see this with with great players to be able to come in and just have grudge matches.
Yeah.
Call up Johan, call up Vince, call up these other guys, and just go, all right, it's on Friday at 7 o'clock. Bring it.
So, I mean, away from that topic, of course,
Yeah.
the Tennessee Amateur is this week. You,
Yeah.
I was looking back. You won 3, I guess, Oklahoma amateur titles. I guess 2 of them were
Yeah.
stroke play and the
Yeah,
4 ball.
Four ball, yeah. I always count the 4 ball because we beat Trip Davis and his partner, and they just came off a few years before winning the NCAAs at OU.
Yeah.
So, I'm counting that one because that was a battle.
So what was Oklahoma State like back in that day? Was it as big of a golf school as it is now? Or
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm fortunate that I'm 46, so the both the men's coach and the women's coach and I were on the same team. So Alan Bratton's the men's coach, Greg Robertson is the women's coach, and it was it was everything you heard about. Obviously, Karsten Creek wasn't built yet; it was there the last year I was there, but it was it's a golf factory. They brought in fantastic athletes that were just amazing players. You're like, good Lord. I mean, it was insane how good these guys were, and they just gotten better. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Like one of the leaderboards I saw last week, I believe, you looked at everyone that's up there, like, good Lord, there's 5 Oklahoma State players that played out there in the last 5 years. So, but yeah, it's a testament to who it is. It's a testament to Coach Holder, who is my coach, who's now the athletic director. Alan Bratton's fantastic guy, great dude. We love them and their family, and then he's a great coach, knows how to recruit.
So, do you get to play out at Hillwood much?
I have not played out there in quite a while. I mean, we've been a little busy with the toddler and life and businesses and all that. So I've not gone to. I'm open to any invites at all. I am playing to a 2 handicap, so it'd be great for some gambling. But no, I haven't played out there. Even like playing Nashville golf's even tough for me. I'm a member there, but I'm open to any invites out there. So.
What is your favorite course to play in Tennessee?
Man, you got to go with Nashville golf in the fall is insane. Troubadour, I haven't played it since the redesign, but before the redesign, I mean, it was beautiful out there. Man, where's the first one? Colonial. Mm-hmm. I just love Colonial. That was a great place. Actually, I played the Bubba Conley back when I lived in Oklahoma. I actually almost won it one year, and it was a Germantown Country Club, and that's a cool little course, a little rinky dinky now, but it was interesting because it was very, very tight. Of course, honors. I mean, this honors. This is like you step on the ground, you're like, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. So.
What do you remember about winning those amateur championships back in Oklahoma? I mean, was it a big deal to win a state title through the association back then?
It was. It really was. There's some great fantastic players there that kind of like me that came out of the pro, played pro for a while and came back. First one, it was always played in like July, so it's hot as what. It is blowing hard, as it does in Oklahoma. And I remember the second round, and we only played 3 rounds there. But the second round, I think I tripled the last hole, had a lost ball, and I was in the contention, and it deflated me. And my dad said, let's go shoot 65 tomorrow and see what happens. And thought about that all night, and then got the first tee, had a little swagger, snap hooked it, 75 yards left, and like on the green of another hole. Hit up to 15 feet, missed the putt, eagle the next hole, shot 65. And should have shot 63, and then actually chipped in the last hole to seal the deal, and it was pretty cool. The second one I won, I was actually in the lead and almost blew it. But this guy named Doug Toole, if you guys remember Doug, he's was on the senior tour for a while, PGA Tour player. His son and I were actually on the team at Oklahoma State, and Doug and I were Jay was were battling it out that last day, and I almost lost it, and hit a little squirrely shot in the last hole that almost went in the creek, and it was in a bunker, and got up and down, hit to like a foot. I was like shaking over it the last one. And our trophy, I don't know what it is, but they wanted this big old trophy. So it's a massive trophy, and they wanted like hand it to me. It's like, I'm still shaking, man. I can't hold on this thing. So just leave it on the desk. We'll take a picture and we'll run. But it was crazy.
I mean, since you moved to Nashville, I think I saw you won the club championship out at Nashville Golf a few times. So I guess you still keep that competitive fire going.
That's all I am now. I mean, the last thing I played was try to play the Mid-Am at Nashville Golf year my wife was pregnant, and that's been it as far as the real competition stuff. But I just played a lot of the club stuff. Right now I'm so busy. I just play in the events just because I know I have a tee time. I didn't care about winning. But I've won it seven times, like 3 match play, 4 stroke play, something like that. So there's great players out there. So it's a tough track. But man, it's fun when you go get playing well out there. I wish I had more time to go put into it.
It's a tough course. I mean, that's probably the hardest opening hole in Tennessee, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I always tell everybody, like, welcome to Nashville Golf. And again, why don't bring business clients out there? Like, you get a 20 handicap that doesn't play real well. You're like, we're going to be at it for an hour just on number one, because where's he going to hit it? Even me, you're still hitting like 4-iron wedge in there, but you're like, you have a narrow little track there. But it's a great golf course. Man, and what I miss the most, and this kind of go back to Golf Sanctuary, man, Darren, I don't know about you, but what I love, especially right now, I mean, I just put myself in the shoes going, man, absolutely love, like 2 days before a tournament, like a big one, like right now, like this time of day where it's dusk, just being out practicing a short game. And it's kind of getting ready, and just you're alone, you're just in your little zone, and you're just kind of getting ready. And it's just hours and hours and hours that this constant practice getting it really dialed in. And, with business and life, like you don't have that luxury of time. So you get really where you can not only hit like a foot on when you miss a shot, like you're 6 feet and you're missing those putts where you'd make them before. And instead of shooting 67, you're shooting 77. It's like, that's not going to do anything in any tournament like you guys are playing right now. But man, I just love, right now, I mean, I hope none of the players are watching this right now. I hope they're out right now practicing, but I love just this time of day to go dial everything in.
So before we let you go, anything else you would like to add about the Golf Sanctuary that we didn't hit on? Or
if you're a competitive golfer, this is a no-brainer. Unless you got 50K to go put one of these on your own house, then you got to join. Plus, the competition we're going to be able to do in this facility is going to be unparalleled. I'm a competitive golfer. Trust me, this is going to be fun. We're going to make this very, very cool. Business leaders and all that. It's in Maryland Farms. What better way to go show off clients and have that alone time is to be able to go tee it up at, St. Andrews, go play 9 holes, or go drop it on 12 at Muirfield, and to see if you're, hey, I'll bet you $50,000 you can't hit the green from 170 yards, But we're super excited about this thing. It's been a work in progress for many, many years. We're actually get this thing off the ground. So, I encourage everybody as a golf nut, go ahead and go to the mygolfsanctuary.com, sign up, get your name on the list if you haven't already. Watch for an email later this week to be able to reserve your spot. Refer your friends. The members are going to make this. And, we just, again, it's going to be killer. I mean, this is going to be something that, we're going to involve you guys on everyone at the golf house. It's going to be fun, be able to talk trash with Whit, have him in there, try to get him in as an element, It's going to be fun.
We call him the sheriff around golf house. So
he is a sheriff.
We like to get him riled up a little bit. He's playing with us this week, so we'll see how he does.
Yeah.
Of course, Whit's a very good amateur golfer in his own right. So
he's incredible. I mean, to be able to run an executive role and be able to be competitive,
Yeah.
it's I mean, it's a testament to his game. I mean, it's you know, he ain't a spring chicken either, so that's even more impressive.
All
So
right, Billy. Well, we appreciate your time, and we're going to
yeah,
try to catch up with you again. I guess later in the week, maybe
yeah,
Thursday evening before the final round. Get your thoughts on everything, and talk a little bit more about the golf sanctuary. And of course, we really appreciate you partnering with us this week to bring us, what is I guess the most prestigious amateur tournament in the state. So
yep.
thank you for that, and we look forward to seeing your facility once it's open. And you know,
It'll be fantastic, man. Darren, thanks for your time, and
yes, sir.
good luck to all competitors this week, and we'll see you guys probably Thursday and see how the tournament's going.
Sounds good. Thanks, Billy. Have a good evening.